Hi, my name is Ashish, and in this video, we will see how to run a basic Terraform plan from the Azure Cloud Shell. We will run a Terraform plan that will provision the Azure App Service. We will walk through the basic Terraform plan so that we can understand what each piece does. We will create the variable file to hold the Azure region that we choose. We'll provision the infrastructure and verify the result. We will plan a second time to see indemnity in action. And let's see how it goes. I hope this lab works fine and there is no bug in the code that I'm using and the Azure provision works well. So let me just quickly log on to the portal and take it from there. All right, I am logged on to the portal and I launch my Azure Cloud Shell from the upper right. I would not say the extreme corner, but the corner. And you see my Azure Cloud Shell. I'm gonna a bit of minimize it. Then I minimize it again. I minimize this and let me fit this into my screen so that you guys can see that easily. I'm gonna launch the Azure Cloud Shell. I'm gonna create a new resource group. Test Terraform Lab. I'm gonna test storage. Test Terraform file share. I'm gonna delete it after the lab. That is why I'm creating it in a single resource group. Hide this. It is creating it, and as soon as it is created, I'm gonna launch it. Lift that up. Better. Much better. I'm gonna pause and come back. Okay, it is launching the Azure Cloud Shell. So the reason I created the storage account because Cloud Shell requires the Azure storage resources to persist any files that we create while working in the Cloud Shell. When we first open Cloud Shell, it offers to create a resource group, storage account, and Azure file share on our behalf, like we just did. And this is a one-time step and will be automatically attached for all the future cloud sessions. So I'm going to create one working directory in which I'm going to launch this product. I'm going to create one working directory, mslearn, Terraform, local state. All right, now I'm gonna go move to the mslearn Terraform local state directory. I'm gonna change my working directory like okay, I am inside that directory. I'm gonna add a Terraform plan. If you remember what a Terraform plan is from the previous videos. Now we'll create the basic Terraform plan in a file named main.tf. So like I'll do code main.tf. Let me change it to bash. Let me see if I have that directory again or not. I don't think so. All right, boy, great. I'm gonna make sure you change it to bash. I was doing it in the PowerShell before. I'm gonna create a Terraform plan file which would be code.main.codes space main.tf. All right, I'm gonna add the code to the main.tf and then save the file. Let me just pause and add it. All right, this is the code that I've added. And if you would see understand the code here, this is the Terraform settings. The plan starts with the Terraform block that specifies the version of Terraform that we will use in this plan. And it is the required version. And if you would see the Terraform variables that I have created the resource group name, I have created the resource group location, the name of the app service plan, and a prefix that's later added to the name of the app service instance to give it a uniqueness. And I've created a random integer resource here, which would help me making these names unique. The resource group, the Azure RM resource group resource, this one would the resource creates the resource group that will hold the app service plan and the app service instance. To specify the resource group's name and location, the plan uses the var.variable syntax. And after that, this is the Azure App Service Plan. It resources defines the app service plan. The app service plan is set to run on Linux and uses the basic pricing setting, and which is intended for apps that would have lower traffic. So this is the test lab that I'm doing. So I would not like to spend much on the app service plan configuration. So it is using the basic settings and type is Linux. And if you would see the SKU, it's basic tier. And if you would see the Azure RM app service, these is the values that it is taking from the variables that I've defined above. Then it would and the output section talks about the host name output value. So in this lab, we don't know the name or host name of the app instance until the plan runs. So I have give it in a variable, give it in a random integer. But until this Terraform plan would run in the Azure Cloud Shell, I'm not sure what would be the name of my app service or my app service instance, because it uses a random integer as part of the name. If you would see, I have defined a random integer variable as well. So the output block prints the host name of the app service after the plan runs. So this block output would print the name of the app service when this completion of the app service is completed. So doing this will give us a URL that we can test to verify that app service is running or not. And defines also the region. Let me check it. All right. And to select an Azure region, a region is one or more Azure data centers within a specific geographic location, like East US, West US, North Europe are the examples of the region. Every Azure resource, including an app service, is assigned a region. So let me just save this file first and save the file. I'm gonna do the Control S, and I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna do the close the editor. I am back. Now I will go to the region part to specify the region. So from within the Cloud Shell, I'm gonna do AZ account list locations. These are the locations that are listed for the AZ account. So from the output, you can see the display name of the region is Azure Australia Center 2, Australia Central, France South, as like we have East US, Germany West Central, Norway West, Norway East. So we can use the location as per which is near to us. So I can use any location. This is a lab thing. So if you would say, so I will run the read command to set a bash variable that's named AZ location. So I'm going to do read AZ underscore location. Give it some time. All right. So what I did was I was trying to run this read AZ underscore location command, a read command in the bash, so that it will prompt me for the location and I'll enter it. But it was not giving me any prompt and any output. So what I did was I declared a variable AZ location equal to central US, and then my Then when I echoed the value of this variable, it gave me the correct value. So my default location that I've defined a variable for is Central US for this lab. Now I will create the Terraform variable file, which would be terraform.tf I will add the Azure region that we have just selected. This file can also contain values for the other variables, but for this lab here we only need to specify the region. So if I run this command echo, all right. So by this command that I have run, which says echo resource group location equal to AZ location t tform terraform.tf was, it creates a file named terraform.tf and sets the contents with the value for the resource group location Terraform variable. So it created this file in this directory and it gave resource group location value as Central US. Now if I'll print the terraform.tf where to confirm the location by using the cat terraform, it's give me resource group location is my Central US. And now I will provision the infrastructure. Now I will initialize the Terraform. I will examine the proposed execution plan and then apply the plan. So I would use Terraform init to initialize the Terraform environment. Let's see what it does. Initializing the backend, initializing the provider plugins. Okay, my Terraform init command has, this command would download the latest version of the Azure RM and random provider plugins. If you also need a specific version of either of these plugins, you will include a provider block in your Terraform plan. Now I will use run Terraform plan to view Terraform's proposed execution plans. I'm going to use Terraform plan. Let's see what it does. Features required field is not set. The command reads the resource variable from the terraform.tf. Oh, wow. Wait a sec. So if you would see, I made a change in my code.main.tf file. I ran this error. The required field is not set. And the Stack Overflow article showed me that this is because of the Azure RM provider version was not enabled in my main.tf file. So with the provider of the Terraform version, I also added this line. And when I got to my feature here, I ran the Terraform plan again and it says that could not satisfy the plugin requirements. I would have to run the Terraform init again to reinitialize my requirement. So I would go Terraform init again. Let's see if this fixes it error, because it would initialize the again and it will download the plugins again. So if I do Terraform plan, see, now it's working. So if you also get this error, make sure that you check the provider in your main.tf file as well. So the command was done and it says that Azure RM resource my will be created and random integer will be created, and everything would read from my Terraform main.tf file in which I have defined everything after installing all the plugins. Now, I have to examine the plan. So we'll see that the plan includes the resource group, random number, app service plan, and the app service instance that I mentioned in my main.tf file. And many attributes, including the value of the random number, can't be known until the plan runs, because as I told you before, as soon as the plan will run, this main.tf file will function and it would declare those resources and will create those resources later. So I will run the Terraform apply command to run the plan. I would do this and would wait. See, do you want to perform these actions? Terraform will perform the actions described above. Only yes will be accepted to approve. So if I'll say yes, see, now random integer app service name suffix creating, random integer app service suffix creating complete after 0 seconds. So now it is creating everything under my subscription, which I mentioned is creating the resource group, the app service plan, and it is still creating. So after the plan would finish, Terraform would write the output value that would contain the host name of the site because I mentioned in the output section as well in my main.tf file. And it would give me website underscore no, host name would be this. And then I would make sure that if I browse the website, I would get. And so let us pause and come back when it is completed. All right. So if you would say apply complete resource for added, website host name is this. So if I just copy it, if I just browse it, it should show me the default page of the Azure websites.net. Why is it not coming? Okay, see the default page I'm getting, and if I check my Azure portal for the resources, I would see this resources as well. So let me just log in again. I'm not doing it here. I can do it here as well. If I go to my all resources, see my app service plan, and this is my app service with the random integer. You click on it, and if you want to verify the result, and if you would run here Terraform output, hold on. You should see the name of my website host name. Output would run. Now, if you would only run this Terraform output website host name, it will only print the host name of my website. So this form is useful when you have many output values, but you would be interested in only one because I only got one output value. So it is of no use for me to do this. And if you would see the AZ web app list command, AZ web app list command, it would show you the web app, the configuration of my web app. So this is the app service plan, the availability set as normal, and this is my name of the web app, host name, state, every information. And if you want to, you don't typically work with the Terraform state file directly, but here you can examine it to get a sense of what it contains. So if you would want to, examine the state of the Terraform file, you can write cat terraform.tf state. It is not here. Okay. And if you want to destroy your infrastructure, you can just type in terraform destroy. And if you would see yes, your all of the resources would be deleted. So this was easy, right? So you can just put this in your pipeline and you can create this resources again. So like I did it using the Azure Cloud Shell for the from the Terraform, we can do it from the pipeline as well. So in the next section, we will plan the provisioning task for the Azure pipelines. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.